Let's put our living stereo stylus in this groove.
Welcome back to another episode of Diamond Scruples, aka Diamond Scrubs, presented by Daily Esports. G-Unit. Sorry. Floyd Mayweather was on my Twitter timeline mispronouncing the word epidemic, calling it academic, and I just had to give a shout out to my boy 50 Cent. And my name is Ali Zaidi.
This right here is a mass academic. All of us are getting infected all over the place. I need y'all to stay safe and remember, y'all, so dancing, everybody.
And that man right there was ravishing Ravish Khanna. And we're also joined by
the Ravisher, as he's known in Twitch chat.
So Rav, let's start off with your simp war stories.
Oh my god! All right, so let me tell y'all this real quick. So this hot off the press, right? This just happened. I'm dying still. So this girl that I met back in Overwatch a very, very long time ago, back when I used to play Overwatch and back before it became boring. Well, it didn't. Essentially, now I was about high gold, but I used to troll in about bronze rank matches and carry. And so I was on mic.
Dude, you're gold. You're not capable of trolling.
Okay, all right, fine. I used to go in hard carry, right? Just because it was fun, just beating down on bronzes, bro. They were so bad. They're so bad. But in one match, there's a girl because I was playing Tracer back when I could play Tracer.
Oh, okay.
Just hard carry. There's one girl who was in the match and she had a mic, so we got her talking. She's really nice. She's from the UK. It was a lot of fun. Now,
she's got that British accent.
Yeah. She's a lot of fun. Yeah, it was real good time. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. But essentially, what happened was, things fell off. I left her to watch. Now I saw that on IG. She's, hey, I'm streaming. Cool. Let me go say hi. I go up there. I say hi. I shoot her a follow. And she's, wow, the Ravisher. I really hope you're a simp, and I hope you give me money. I'm like,
damn, savage.
Clearly, you don't.
No regard for human life.
Not even those.
So did you go and grab your wallet, or are you really gonna disobey?
I pulled out my.
Has your credit card been hacked by someone in Nigeria?
It's weird, bro. I just felt a sudden urge to give her 100 subs. I don't know why.
Yo, just listen. Sell your Yeti. All right, hang up your podcasting career.
Yo,
and send it her.
When can we expect some bathwater from this girl?
Ooh, you gotta hook us up, man.
Yeah, you gotta get us on the inside track on that.
Don't even
some
worry,
friends
bro.
and family discount.
That fresh UK bathwater, bro. Let's go right for the British countryside.
It hits different. What else is going on, guys? How's quarantine 2020 treating you guys?
Man, I'm sitting here recording sore AF. Because your boy just started doing some mini workouts at home, you know?
Oh, shit.
You know how it is? Felt kind of disgusting.
Where are you pulling it from? Are you pulling it from Instagram, TikTok?
Yo, it's just, yeah. I mean, all these TikToks, they're showing me the right way of life.
We're basically influencers now. We've got 100 followers.
Yeah. Let's get back on topic here. And the first real story of this week,
is that Reed's addicted to Warzone.
Reed.
I'm addicted to Warzone.
Man,
aren't we all?
Sorry,
no, I am
just
not.
Had to throw that one in there.
I'm extremely bad at it. I haven't made it out of the gulag once. I'm that guy. I am that guy,
bruh.
Look, bro, it's really easy. All you have to do, there's actually 3 different strats in gulag. All right, either you go right and you rush the other side, and then maybe they pass by you, so you look to the other side where it might be. 2, you stay on your ends, wait for them to come to you, and you hard scope every corner and just chill. Or 3, you rush down the middle, hide behind the wall, and aim.
Okay, but what about 4, hacking? How do you
hacking's a pretty good strat, actually.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? What was it? Nature was talking about how there are not enough actual anti-hacking cheat software.
Yo, did you see they were in that Warzone Wednesday tournament, and they clipped. Go check out some of their clips on Twitch. It is insane. There's one guy who, it's Fortnite hacking level. And the hackers are back. Do you see Ninja got was screaming at a hacker Now it could have just been a guy who like a little kid who just dusted him, but I mean,
or someone who told him that it's just a game, maybe.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, man, they're out there. They're out there.
Yo, do you think?
And people aren't doing enough, man, to really stop these hackers. Which is what like freaking like Nature was saying too about how Warzone's just become like a Valorant waiting room.
Yeah, and that's why Valorant will succeed, because they're putting in all these new anti-hacking things that, like in the framework of their game. It's built into how the game is going to play, that you're not like, they're making it specifically difficult to hack, and that's something that most publishers don't even think about. So I guess that could be our first story, that Valorant is releasing on April 7th, which is 5 days from when we're recording right now. And
the developers have been playing it apparently like every single night.
Oh,
like,
Shroud has been playing it.
Yeah, so is Courage and Nadeshot. They've been playing it for a month now. Literally, obviously they can't stream it and stuff, but they just go home, and whenever they're not streaming, they're playing Valorant, which is kind of crazy, because I feel like it's gonna, actually, I mean, whatever, like that's their job, right? So
right, but Shroud did say that like whenever he has to go back to playing Apex or Warzone or whatever, he's just very sad, because
seriously,
it's like going back to trash. And and Valorant is like that gem, like and these guys play a lot of battle royales, a lot of all-9 multiplayer
just first-person
games.
shooters in general.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, because it's not a battle royale.
Exactly.
I think this is the game that's gonna compete against the Overwatches, the Counter-Strikes, that sort of stuff, and like Shroud's a Counter-Strike pro. Yeah. That's his pedigree. So if he's saying things are good and he's having a tough time going back to other games, that's a promising thing. Some other news is that Flashpoint, the CSGO league, is looking at also being the first league involved with a Valorant esport. So they'll kind of be the first ones to kick it off, as Riot helps focuses on kind of the growth of the game rather than an esport thing. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
All right, I'm gonna say it, guys. There's too many esports. It needs to stop. It's everything can't be an esport. Well, I refuse to watch everything.
I'm just excited for Stardew Valley esports.
Animal Crossing is getting a tournament.
Yo, wait, actually, what? How is
it's
it?
Gotta be a fishing tournament. Is it a fishing tournament?
Yeah, it's a fishing tournament.
That's sick though. I'm down.
This was also the week of April Fools, and we saw our boy Brax, who was the first ever pro Valorant player, actually fall for Shroud's tweet saying that I'm actually coming out of retirement and I want to become a pro Valorant player. And he's in the comments saying, yo, DM. DMs. Check the DMs.
Honestly, April Fool's was pretty solid.
Nothing happened. What do you mean? Everyone's like inundated with what's happening in the world. There's no time for jokes.
I guess that's true. There wasn't a lot of effort put into it.
Let's get to our first real news, and that is, it feels like we just got kicked in the nuts and we started recording, because the Ballad of Gay Ellie, aka The Last of Us 2, has been delayed.
Well, now don't say it like that.
I was kicked in the nuts.
It's you know what, bro? Let me break it down into the good and the bad.
Bro, it was supposed to come out a week after Ramadan ended. I was gonna ask for that for my Eid. All right, I'm too old to get money now after Ramadan, so I was gonna ask for a game, and now I can't even have that.
Fans and listeners out there, send Ali money.
What can we say about Naughty Dog delaying, the game that everyone was looking forward to, not for any development reasons, because the game is practically done, as they tweeted out themselves, but it was it was only financially driven, where they just said it's like, we're not going to make a lot of money if we release it now.
So they not only delay The Last of Us, they've also delayed Iron Man VR, which I know everybody's devastated. I get it.
Oh,
that was going to be the game of the year. It's
Alex who?
Bomber.
Half-Life Alex who?
It's really, really unfortunate. They did say in a statement, as you likely see, the release of The Last of Us 2 has been delayed. We're sure that this news is as disappointing to you as it is to us. we wanted to reach out to all of you in our community to give you a little bit more information. But the good news is it's almost done, blah, blah, blah. It's just a matter of bug fixing. But with finishing the game, we're faced with the reality that due to logistics beyond our control, we couldn't launch The Last of Us 2 to our satisfaction. We want to make sure that everyone gets to play The Last of Us 2 around the same time, ensuring that we're doing everything possible to preserve the best experience for everybody. Yes, this meant delaying the game until such a time where we can solve these logistical issues. We're bummed out. We wish you and your families, blah, 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 stay, blah, blah, corona, stay, wash your hands. You get it. Yeah.
Wash your That should be like the write-off on every single public statement nowadays. Wash your hands, P.S.
Blah, 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 corona, you get it.
So look, I'm kind of on the fence with this one because obviously this is very much driven by the sales that would be impacted because of a pandemic. I get it. But I also understand that Naughty Dog is not a publisher that's going to fill the game up with microtransactions, especially not The Last of Us. So for them, the sales that they get in the first week or the first time purchases, and that's it, the $79 that you pay, that's all that they're going to get from that. So it makes sense that they want to release it in a time where people are not dying or, busy with hospital visits or busy with staying inside. It makes sense.
I think you're right. Like, obviously, people are trying to save as much money as possible as well. So I think that's probably going to be the biggest impact.
Yeah, layoffs.
Is well, not layoffs, but people are being laid off, but like they're not going to have that $80 of disposable income to spend on a game, right? Mm-hmm. So and the other thing is like distribution. We were just talking about GameStop last week. Like all those stores everywhere where you'll be able to pick up a hard copy will be closed. So it's honestly one of the worst times to release a video game right now that actually you need to buy in order to play. Free to play games, bring it on, but like anything with purchasing in it is a no-go. So you know what? Like, and I haven't heard any seriously bad backlash from this, so which makes me think that it's okay, and I think everyone will probably enjoy the game more when they don't have to worry about coronavirus.
100,000%. But you see, as it goes down with the good and the bad here that I just mentioned, now that was the bad, but the good is that the Valorant is coming to us April 7th, as we all know, with the closed beta. But besides that too, on April 3rd, which as the time of recording is very, very soon, they are premiering and airing all the matches that they had the previous week with all like the NA, EU, like Brazilian pros playing these matches. But besides that too, if you watch those matches or any of the pros streaming Valorant, you can perchance get keys to the closed beta of Valorant and be one of those lucky few who gets to play this absolutely phenomenal game on the 7th when it launches. I don't know about y'all, but I'm staying on that stream all day.
Yeah. And make sure you let the English biddy know that the Ravisher is going to be on.
I'm going to be there. I'm not watching you. I'm not sub. In fact, I'm unfollowing and refollowing just to trigger
her. Yo, did you sub to her at least? Just the $5?
Are you crazy? What, bro? I haven't subbed
She's
to a
expecting
single
hundreds,
person in my
bro.
life.
Come on.
I've subbed to over 20 different streamers using the same Twitch Prime stuff. I like to spread my wealth. One day, maybe I might be a simp and give Pokemon a sub, or the other day I might support some small streamer like freaking Sanchovies. Might give him.
Oh, okay. Do you know he lives like in Richmond Hill or something?
That's crazy, really?
Yeah. I know him because back in the day when I had my football Twitter account, he's an Arsenal fan, so we used to be like friends. And then you
guys battled it out?
He became too big, and he became like the shit posting account that everyone loves. And now I just never see him on my timeline, even though he gets like thousands of likes and retweets on every single tweet. I don't know how he's never on my timeline, but Sanchovies, man, you're a legend of Richmond Hill.
So that's the Richmond Hill legend Sancho.
Yeah. Well, now that everyone's locked in their houses, the esports scene on TV is taking off, And this last week saw a record-breaking esports event on TV for the biggest TV audience. I want to put this question out to you both. Which esports sport do you think broke this record?
NASCAR.
Oh, fuck you know.
Come on,
you Googled
man.
this. You Googled this.
Dude, I work in the industry, man. I should know these things.
How do you...
Okay, Ali, because you have to know, is that the biggest race beside the human race is NASCAR?
Yeah, I mean, what's happening over here? Because before that, do you know who had the record before that?
I don't know, like Dota or some shit?
Nope, NASCAR. The last week. So they broke their own
those
record
NASCAR
twice.
fans are fucking crazy, man.
What's
NASCAR
happening?
did its own records?
Yep.
That's crazy.
2 weeks in a row. Before that, it was
Respect.
Mortal Kombat, which was a record that stood for like 4 or 5 years. So
That's crazy.
big,
man.
big moves here. But what's happening,
for
man?
sure.
How is? I feel like NASCAR is the one esports where even if you don't play or watch, you can just start commentating.
Well, because you say here, Ali, that what you have to understand is if I can't watch my F1 races, I'm going to watch me the NASCAR and the kids play, yeah?
Yeah.
And I'll grab my beer and yell yeehaw along with it. Yeah!
Yeah. Some rootin' tootin' TV channels making a lot of money these days. So moving on from NASCAR to some 2K news. Read.
Because, I mean, nobody really watches 2K. 2K League is pretty trash, but I guess people are pretty excited about this thing that NBA players are actually playing 2K. It'll be, I mean, so 16 players are taking part. They were seeded based on their ratings, which I'm sure Patrick Beverley at a 78 was not super happy about. But names include Kevin Durant, Trae Young, Hassan Whiteside, Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell, Zach LaVine, a bunch of guys. So top rated is Kevin Durant. Then you got Devin Booker as the next favorite to win. I think it's gonna should we put out viewership numbers in terms of like what do we think this is gonna? Do you think this is over under NASCAR? What are your guys' thoughts?
No, over.
I think this is going to be under NASCAR.
I
NASCAR.
think it's going to be over.
You think it's gonna be
Why-
over? I think it's gonna be under.
Why would NASCAR beat NBA though? These are all the big time players. They're gonna get so much coverage.
I guess it is coverage. Like it is going to be broadcasted and stuff. Yeah, it's actually going to be pretty massive. But what's the most important part about this? I think I'm sure I could probably slap a couple of these guys in 2K. It's not that big of a deal.
For sure.
But the most important part is all you degenerate gamblers out there, you can finally bet on something because the odds are like Vegas, everyone is coming out and betting on this tournament, which is super exciting. I'm fired up about it. And the favorite is still Kevin Durant at 4-1, but Devin Booker is a close second. So I'd put my money on Devin Booker. I don't know if you've watched him play Call of Duty, but the guy's crazy good. And I think he just like plays a lot of video games. So the only reason why I think Kevin Durant might win is because that guy basically took a year off. And what do you think he did besides replying to Rihanna on Instagram? NBA 2K. So it was like, what am I gonna do today? Well, I'll spam Rihanna for like 3 hours, and then I'll just play 2K for the rest of the time.
So those were all of our stories from this week, the biggest stories in gaming and esports. And now it's time for the league lockdown.
All right, boys, let's take it away. Let's start it off hot. As we all know, that last week was a really fun week. It was filled with tiebreakers, with playoff-making series, and heartbreaking matches. If you ever want to see peak League of Legends, and no, that's it sarcastically, watch that Dignitas and Immortal match. 55-minute game.
Yeah, it was legendary.
Of absolute just peak. If you ever want to know what it's like to talk to a girl who doesn't know which restaurant she wants to go to, and then when you give her every single option in the world, she still says, "No, I'm not sure, but I'm hungry." That was that game. That's what it felt like. It's just every team is like, no, you make a play. No, you make a play. No, you make a play. No, you engage. I'm
So
mad
no one
I
took the
wasted my time.
initiative.
Nobody.
Oh, this is going to be awesome to watch.
Yeah, it's 50 minutes of your life you'll never get back.
With all that being said, tiebreakers happening. Team Liquid ended up not making it to playoffs. Shocker, they are the first defending champion to not even make it to playoffs to be able to defend their title. Big oof on that, but let's go on to our playoff season, boys, and now I want to hear your theories and who's going to win. So let me break it down right now for the LCS and the LEC as to what's going on in the first round of round 1 and round 2 of the playoffs. Right now, in round 1 for the LCS, we have 100 Thieves versus Cloud9 and FlyQuest versus Evil Geniuses. Now, the winner of those 2 rounds will go on to face the Golden Guardians or TSM. But in this way, what they've also done is they've created a losers bracket as well. So the 2 losers of those rounds, either between 100 Thieves and Cloud9 and FlyQuest and Evil Geniuses, will go on to face themselves and see who will go on to actually face themselves and move to the losers bracket as well. Think of it like a double elimination type thing that they have in the FGC, which is a bit more complicated for absolutely no reason at all. And going on to the LEC, we have the Mad Lions versus G2 Esports, Origin versus Fnatic, and Rogue versus Misfits. That's actually a very clean timeline because only out of those 6 teams, 4 go on, and out of those 4, 2 go on. How it should be, essentially.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense in my eyes. So, Rav, who do you think is going to pull it out?
So, look,
what are your predictions?
If we go on to the LCS, look, it's 100 Thieves versus Cloud9. Now, 100 Thieves are coming off of a hot streak. They've been absolutely killing it. They beat TSM. But I think things are looking good for them. But Cloud9 is still Cloud9. We cannot deny that. They're still the best team in the league. So I think Cloud9 is going to go up against Golden Guardians. And FlyQuest versus EG. I still think FlyQuest is going to take it. They're an extremely solid team overall. And if they are practicing enough, there's a reason why they were number 2 in the league. Now, when it comes down to GG versus C9 and TSM versus FlyQuest, you already know I'm always going to ride hard for my dogs, TSM. TSM's going to make it. And I think it'll go all the way. It'll be TSM and C9 in the finals again. I'm calling it right now. And going on to the LEC between... Honestly, who are we kidding, bro? It's probably gonna be G2 in the finals.
Yeah, it's probably who's facing G2 is essentially what's gonna
exactly
happen.
Who's facing G2, and I think it's gonna be Origin.
Yeah,
Fnatic have looked shaky overall.
I know, right?
Although they've had good games and bad games, but I just don't feel the synergy there, especially with Broxton missing. Now, I like the new addition of Bippo, not the new addition, but I like Bippo on the team as well. I feel like he adds that, like that wonder back into the league. He's excited to play. He wants to make plays and go forward. But I think it's gonna be G2 and Origin, and G2 will remain the kings of Europe. But boys, that's my predictions. Who do you think is going to win? Let's go on with the LCS. I'll say it again: 100 Thieves versus Cloud9. Who has that game?
Cloud9. I think it's going to be Cloud9 in the finals. Oh, man. See, I actually would have picked Cloud9 versus FlyQuest in the finals, but they're in the same bracket. Like, they'd have to play each other in the semis. So I'm going Cloud9, then FlyQuest over EG, and then I will say EG over Golden Guardians, I guess. Is that how it works? Mm-hmm. And then TSM, if TSM, see, the thing is, like, TSM, if they play well, they'll make it to the finals against Cloud9. Now, I think Cloud9's going to win, but, like, yeah.
You can say that about anyone, though. If they play well,
no. TSM has literally looked like either the best team in the LCS or the worst team in the LCS this split. So,
look, man, it's always like a 2-0 or an 0-2 split. They were the team that stopped Cloud9 for getting the perfect split.
Exactly.
The only team so that makes Cloud9 one of 2 teams to have a perfect and almost perfect split at 17-1, the other being Immortals in their first season.
Yeah, and then I think for the LEC, it's unfortunate because I would have liked to see. Okay, so my surprise upset will be. Oh fuck! I really like Mad Lions. They play so well, and the thing is G2. It's like if you make one mistake against G2,
that's it. That's like
game. That's game. So I think it's gonna be G2. I guess Mad Lions, if they lose, they can go into the lower seed and make it, right?
Maybe bring it home, yeah.
I actually see G2 Mad Lions in the finals. Because you're right. I think Fnatic doesn't look like the Fnatic that they used to. Origin looks really good, but I just think Mad Lions they're young and they're just like so batshit crazy that like they could have this miracle run that could take them to the finals. And they're skilled enough. They're skilled enough that I think they could actually do it.
So Mad Lions actually reminds me of old school Gigabyte Marines. Like back during Worlds, but Gigabyte Marines used to play anything and everything. Their matches were so much fun. Although they lost almost every single time, but they were just a fun team to watch because they didn't care. It wasn't like boring meta every time, just like same pick, same BS, like Zyra top, like bot lane, like Aatrox top, Lee Sin mid, Lee Sin jungle. What am I saying? But you get it. It's just they actually use the champion pool. So Mad Lions does have that spark there, but I'm gonna say G2 will come out on top, and I have to stay true. I have so much faith. I think TSM is gonna take it. TSM will become reigning champions again. I believe TSM. I believe.
I could see it, man. I could see it. So we'll all be watching from home, hopefully losing money because we're all degenerate gamblers now, and hoping that I think it'll be good.
If we are though, when are we betting on our next NASCAR event though?
Oh my god!
Because you can't be a degenerate gambler without doing that.
You're right.
That's true.
Right.
That's true. That's when you know you've hit the peak. Is when you're gambling on esports NASCAR.
You mean rock bottom, not the
peak. I mean, if there was ever time to hit rock bottom, it's now.
It's honestly. Now. Yeah, for sure.
Bottom out while it's hot down there, and then
that was the league locked down, and now it's.
I mean, wait, Ali, do you, as a person who's never watched League, do you have any opinions on this?
Wait, didn't you watch one? You said you were tuning into the LCS, or did you download the League? Which one was it?
Yeah, which one did you do?
I watched the
He's a liar. He's a liar.
The pregame.
He's a liar.
I watched the pregame show, not the actual.
Oh my god!
Games.
What?
Nah. Listen. They're all winners in my eyes.
Look, bro, we've been telling you for how long to download.
That's the most simp answer I think we've heard ever on this podcast.
Listen, as someone who can't even lace their boots, it feels wrong to count them out.
How does that have anything to do? How does lacing boots have anything to do with
that means nothing.
Picking a winner?
Oh my god,
Fnatic! All right, they're gonna win everything. Please hire me. I applied for a job opening, part time. If you don't remember.
Go Fnatic! Ali's simping to Fnatic, bro.
Ali, you better start change your Twitter bio to Fnatic's #1 fan. I heart reckless. You gotta go. You gotta go full send now.
I'll do that after we move on to TikTok's favorite segment, the PogChamp of the week. And I feel like we should start off with Reed. I feel like he never goes first. So take it away.
Reed actually never goes first. But just remember, guys, if you were wondering about TikTok, make sure to follow us on @DiamondScrubs on your favorite TikTok app. There's only one. So
favorite TikTok.
We're the third party. I don't know what other TikTok apps are there. But Tiki-Talkie? That's the Chinese version. That's the...
Is Musical.ly still around? No, they're not.
No,
Musical.ly
TikTok
became
is
TikTok.
It is.
Yeah.
Come on, Ali, get with the times. Boomer.
Man, you sure do know social media, huh?
Whatever, you can't knock the guy. He put a dope edit out there, so straight up.
Yeah, press F. Press F right now, Rav.
After the chat, boys.
So, Animal Crossing. We know it as the loving game that couples... boomers. It's a safe environment, right? Wrong. It's been corrupted by the simp nations. Gamer girls just are not safe no matter what game they play.
Yeah.
Nobody is safe anymore.
Streamer Kaylee, spelt Kale
Aye.
Shout out. Tag us in your stuff. We love you. She was
that
trapped.
a casual simping from Reed now?
I don't, who knows, man? I've
Only
watched
one
too
of us
many of
can
her
be
clips.
simps,
I've watched
man.
too many of her clips. But essentially, it's hilarious. Someone clipped it, and the title is "E-Girl Tricked into OnlyFans Camera." So that's a promising title. Had to click on it, and essentially it's her. Some fans brought her into a room that's decked out in Pokemon's face. Just get this, like the entire room, the wallpaper is Pokemon's face, which is already an alarming, sentiment.
That's a vibe.
That is a certain vibe for sure. And then they basically trap her in bed while one guy films it, and you don't need to be a rocket scientist to figure out what goes on in the bedroom. Essentially, she can't get out. She can't use the rescue service. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. But OnlyFans Simp Nation has made it onto Twitch and made it onto Animal Crossing, which is a bit depressing because my girlfriend plays about 8 hours a day. So, Simp Nation, just chill out, or Isadora, never start a Twitch stream. Either of those two things are fine. But yeah, and just to kind of confirm my suspicions about her being a quote unquote e-girl, had to scope out the Twitter a little bit. Now, she might have had this coming because April, let me pull this one up here. March 22nd, screenshot, Pornhub is following her. So, they got the recruitment goggles on, that's for sure.
Because she does say in the video that this was not consent, and now our boy is saying that she might have asked for it. So,
yeah, well, there's
Animal Crossing is
I'm
not
saying
safe
she
for
asked
anyone.
for it. I'm just saying, there's clearly some scouting going on, and I feel like Pornhub, as much as they are a porn company, are pretty progressive in the terms of the way they do their marketing.
100%.
They are.
And shout out free premium for everyone in in self-isolation.
I think Pornhub and Hinge are the two trendsetters right now as far as marketing campaigns go.
Pornhub should just buy Hinge. I don't know why Pornhub hasn't bought up all the dating sites. I feel like they're a perfect match.
I feel like that would sort of ruin the
allure of a porn website.
No.
Yeah,
the
also
allure
a dating app.
of a dating app. Yeah, because it's then it's gonna be so you're on that dating app owned by Pornhub.
So are you going on a date or are you going on a casting couch?
Yeah,
which one
exactly.
is it?
Why can't it be both, Raph? Why can't it be both?
Oh my god! So I met him on this famous couch.
I met him on the Overwatch portion.
I was bronze playing ranked, and I
you know what we should do, or what streamers should do as a social experiment. I think you should just upload stream clips or highlights to Pornhub, just as I mean,
people do that.
I know. I actually think you get a lot of views, personally.
It happens specifically when in sports a team absolutely destroys, and then the title is always
Manchester United gets punished by. That's funny.
I will not have this turn into a soccer podcast, no matter how hard.
I love the fact that you brought up Manchester United, though. Out of all the teams that you could have picked, you picked a team that's relatable to me. I respect you for that. Pressing F right now.
Stop it! It's the only team he knows. I bet.
Hey man, it's the effort. So Rav,
who got next?
You're up, buddy.
All right, yeah. Who got next? All right, boy. I'll go ahead. I'll be your freaking sloppy second. So what? So what I just want to talk about, as you mentioned, not much happened on April Fool's Day, but some funny tweets here and there. Corona pranks going wild. Ha ha. Hey, I'm sneaking on you got Corona, which is in such bad taste. Honestly, you're actually human scum if you do that. But essentially, now FaZe tweeted, "Who wants to be a part of FaZe?" Reply down below. Of course, it's April 1st. No one's gonna take it seriously, right? Wrong. of course, starts off with like, a bunch of FaZe members tweeting, "Yo guys, this is serious, get on." Keemstar replies, and then you have guys who are replying like, "Hey, I'm 15, I have 20 squad wins, this is like all my dream, this is my highlight reel." It's like people like crying in the comments. They're posting the highlight stuff, their clips, like, "I'm so good, hire me for FaZe." And it's just...
Yeah, nothing says April Fool's presenting a lifetime opportunity and then crushing it right in front of your eyes.
There's a possibility there that, like, they found Tfue literally, like Cloaksy just, like, found him scouting Twitch and just, like, you know what I mean? So there's probably some pretty decent players out there, but yeah.
That Tfue find worked out real well for FaZe, didn't it? Yeah.
Well, I mean, he still made them millions of dollars, so...
Yeah.
They also had this other thing where you could pay $5 to enter this competition to, like, for real, be considered to be part of FaZe. They have to go through a whole tournament, but essentially, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, like, no, why though? It's like, if you make it through, it's like you paid $5 to be, like, in FaZe. That's pretty worth it. They probably make a lot of money. It's kind of like the lottery system for them, but... As far as my PogChamp goes, there is a kid out there somewhere, and he thought that he would hack the makers of Xbox Series X's GPU, AMD, if you don't know what I'm talking about. He hacked their source files and basically got all of them, and then he decided to threaten AMD and Xbox and said, "Listen, if you don't pay me $100 million..."
This kid's a fucking genius. Pardon my French, but this is a power move. Like,
what kind of
honestly,
a power move is this?
This is like
though?
Mr. Robots sort of stuff. Like, this is epic.
This is
honestly.
mini-me
This is amazing.
in 2020, bro. This kid is an idiot.
Gamers, you rise up, baby. Rise up.
Hack your companies, steal the information, get yo shmoney.
Yo, secure the bag, bro. Secure the bag.
And nothing but.
He's essentially saying, listen, if you don't pay me $100 million, I'm going to release all of it. Okay, so he's basically saying, if you don't pay me $100 million, I'm just going to settle for $0 anyway then. It makes no sense. Like, what power does he have? I don't understand. Because no one, like, which other company is going to buy this stolen information off of him? Tell me that first, right? This kid he clearly, like, even the figure of $100 million just screams, I'm a 12-year-old kid. And for him to have hacked, a huge company like that, props where it's due. But he doesn't know what to do with it, clearly, and no other reputable company is going to want to touch it either. So he's basically stuck with this crime that he's committed with no payoff.
Congrats, you're a criminal.
And that's why he's my PogChamp of the week. And on that bombshell, I guess it's time to bid you adieu.
F's in the Apple podcast reviews, please. That'd be great. Thank you. Give it a 5 stars and an F.
Or 4.5. We'll take a 4.5 too.
I'll take a 4.5.
Can you do 4.5? I think you can only do 4 or 5, and then it averages out.
Don't let them know that.
or even better, to get the 4.5, get one of your listeners, rate a 5, and then get one of your buddies to rate it a 4.
Yeah, coordinate amongst yourselves. Figure that shit out.
Yeah.
Find a friend.
The more the merrier.
We are, once again, presented by dailyesports.gg. This has been Diamond Scrubs. I've been Ali, and I was joined by Rav and Reed, and we'll see you next week.
Peace.